Katrina here with the Ayurvedic Health Center in Bellingham, and I thought I would talk to you for a moment about Neti, the practice of doing Neti. It's another practice that I've been doing for a long, long time, lots of years. I do it every day, even when I travel, mostly when I travel. If I'm somewhere, say like Phoenix, visiting my brother, it's so dry down there, I don't need to do Neti. But here where I live in the Pacific Northwest, where it's wetter, I need to do Neti. You have probably seen something like this for a neti pot. This is the green plastic travel version of the white ceramic one that is very easy to get. Those are good. And then this is a fancier version by Baraka in Northern California, and they just use gorgeous glazes, different colors like pink, green, blue, purple. So anyway, you have choices for what you can use. You can be very straightforward and utilitarian, or more aesthetically oriented. Regardless, these all hold about a cup of water. You want to use warm water, filtered and or distilled is best. Try not to use tap water in case your community uses chlorine and fluoride in the water, and in case there are any particulates in it. So it's better to filter the water, and some people use distilled. What to say? When you do neti, it's very easy to use. We get very in our heads about it because it seems like a strange thing to pour water in your nose and have it come out the other side. But be as relaxed as you can in your structure, in your frame, especially in the neck and shoulders. You want your shoulders to be dropped. This does not help neti, having your shoulders up, so just let them be dropped. You'll want to tuck your chin, right? Not like this. You want to tuck the chin. That will keep water from going down the back of your nose into your throat and mouth. And then you want to tilt your head to the side. This will help the water easily come back out. And so obviously we're talking about pouring water here. You want to do this over a sink, like in your bathroom or kitchen. I've done both. Wherever I've lived, different places, it was easier to have the setup in one place or the other. Both are fine. You want something to catch the water when it comes out. You want to warm the water. You want it to be comfortably warm for you. So too hot is a bummer because it's so unpleasant to burn the tissues on the inside of your nose. And too cold is also really a bummer. Worst brain freeze ever. So be particular about this. Be persnickety. So warm up the water, and if you stick your finger in it, it should feel comfortable to you. You shouldn't even notice that your finger is in a temperature difference from the air around you. It should just feel really comfortably warm. Yeah, so let's see what else I can talk about. Neti salt. So a basic recipe for making the neti would be, so if this holds a cup of water, you would want to add to that anywhere between 1/2 and 1 teaspoon of salt. Half that amount of baking soda, so 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. The baking soda helps to soften the water and allow the salt to dissolve more easily into it. And then I personally add just a pinch, the teeniest pinch of turmeric powder. Turmeric is an herb that has an astringent property, meaning that it pulls excess moisture out of the tissues, and so it just does that much more work for me in clearing gunk out of my nose. You will also want to have with you like some paper towels or tissues or toilet paper or a hanky or a napkin or something, because even though the neti is going to pull a lot of stuff out, there's still going to be stuff that gets moved but doesn't come out, so you'll want to blow your nose after each side. I do make my own neti salts. You can see them here. There they are. So you can see, maybe get a sense of the salt and the baking soda and the turmeric in there. You can see a little bit of color to it. I do add some essential oils to this, like, I don't even remember what I add to it. Probably some eucalyptus, maybe a little peppermint, some tea tree. But I use a very, very small amount of essential oils when I make this. I make it in a big quart mason jar, so I make up a big batch of it at a time. And so the essential oils in it are very minimal, and they get distributed throughout the whole batch. Okay, so you add your baking soda, salt, and turmeric into your pot. I'll demonstrate this now. Add the water to it. And you want to have a basin under you. I'm not at a sink, so I have a basin that will catch the water here. So again, relax shoulders. Just slightly insert the tip of the neti pot into your nose. And tilt the pot up and let gravity do the work. This is really, really very easy and simple to do. Not easy to talk through though, so I'll stop. And I always get that little bit of water running out at the end. Would you like me to do the other side? I think I will, because it might be different with the way the light's coming in here. Might be clearer for you. So I didn't use the whole pot on one side. I used maybe like a quarter of it. I didn't use very much. So, there you go. Doing neti, it's really easy to keep breathing through the mouth. And again, it's very simple and easy. It's just an easy tilt of the head, keeping the chin a little bit, not back, you don't do that, but just a little bit back so that the water doesn't go down the back of your nose. And really, gravity does all the work. The design of these pots is so that it takes very little, I'm not going to demonstrate with that one, it still has water in it. It takes very little of a tilt to get a flow going. So this is just, it's just so easeful. And what I think of is I raise the elbow, right? I think of it all the way out here. So it's not like heavy on the wrist, it's just the whole upper body will tilt to move the teapot. So again, this is something you can safely do daily. Again, it's preferred to do it in the morning. And then I did talk in a previous video about using nasya oil, that they can be combined. There are differing thought lines around that, so I would just say talk to your skilled, knowledgeable practitioner about that before doing it yourself. So should be easy. All right, thank you. I hope this was helpful to you. Bye.